Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Muhammad Anan Hamid and I am foundation level student at Rehan School, Islamabad, Barato campus. Today I am going to talk with Maya on the
Nice to
topic
meet you.
of micro habits. So,
Micro habits. Interesting choice.
yeah.
I'm listening.
So Maya, are you ready for the answers?
Ready when you are.
All right. So my first question is, what are micro habits?
Micro habits are tiny, almost ridiculously small changes you make to your daily routine that add up over time. Things like flossing one tooth a night, reading one page of a book, or doing one push up. They're so small they don't feel overwhelming, which makes it easier to actually stick with them. Yes, excuse me, you're
Okay, thank you, Maya. So my next question is, why are micro habits important in daily life?
consistency beats intensity. Small actions done consistently build momentum without demanding massive willpower. Plus, they make bigger goals feel achievable.
All right. So thank you, Maya. And my next question is, how are micro habits different from normal habits?
Ah, normal habits usually require some willpower, whereas micro habits are so small, they almost never require willpower to do. That's the whole point. They're not about overcoming resistance, they're about bypassing it entirely.
So thank you, Maya. My next question is, can small habits really change a person's life?
Absolutely. Think compounding interest, small changes build on each other over time. Consistent micro habits can create big shifts in your health, wealth, creativity, just about anything.
All right. Thank you, Maya. So my next question is,
Ready for your
why do people prefer micro habits instead of big goals?
big goals feel intimidating. Micro habits feel doable because they require such minimal effort. Most people never start the big goal because it overwhelms them. Small habit means high chance of consistent action. How
All
do you
right.
think? Question.
All right. Thank you, Maya.
Sure, take your time.
So my
You
next
called me Maya.
question.
It's Maya, but
Oh,
ready for it?
yes. My next question is, what is an example of a simple micro habit?
Reading just one page of a book before bed, or doing one push up when you wake up, or writing one sentence in a journal.
All right. Thank you, Maya. So my next question is, how long
Uh,
does it take to build a micro habit?
did you say microwave or micro habit?
How long does it take to build a micro habit?
Ah, micro habit. My bad. It typically takes around 21 to 66 days of conserve just to the key consistent repetition to make something a habit, but micro habits can feel locked in much faster because they require so little effort.
Great. So my next question
That
is, can micro habits help improve productivity?
definitely 1 minute of focused work each day adds up to way more than you think. Plus, it builds momentum for tackling bigger tasks later on. Could you repeat that last part? I didn't quite catch it.
All right.
What can I do? Well, I can keep answering your questions about micro habits. Search for information online when you need it. Just chat and bounce ideas around with you, that kind of thing.
All right. So
Walaikum salam.
my next question is, how do micro habits affect our mindset?
I think you meant micro habits instead of micro ads.
Micro habits.
Yes, I think you meant micro habits instead of micros. Is that right?
Yeah. Are you there?
They're actually pretty powerful for your mindset because they create positive momentum and build self confidence. Those tiny wins add up and make you feel capable and in control, even if it's just about flossing one tooth. Next question. I'm
All
your
right.
father.
So my next question is: are micro habits easier to follow than big habits?
Way easier. The smaller the habit, the less resistance you'll face. Big habits require motivation, micro habits require almost no effort.
All right, Maya. So my next question is: what micro habit can help someone wake up early?
Yes, thanks. You want to rough? I'm not sure I caught that clearly. Could you repeat your
Yes, for
final
sure.
question?
What micro habit can help someone wake up early?
The classic one is placing your alarm clock across the room. The tiny habit there is literally just standing up to turn it off. So small your brain can't argue with it.
All right, thank you, Maya. So my next question is: how can micro habits improve health?
That was actually your last question you mentioned before. If you want to ask another one, that's fine. But this was the final one you asked me.
Yes.
Okay, I'm here. What was the question again?
How can micro habits improve health?
They add up over time. Daily walks improve fitness without being overwhelming. Taking stairs instead of elevators, or drinking one extra glass of water. Small changes have huge impact when they're consistent.
All right, thank you, Maya. So my next question is: what is a good micro habit for students?
For students, maybe reading one page before class or spending 5 minutes reviewing notes. It's about building momentum without stressing out about big study sessions.
All right, thank you, Maya. So my next question is: how can micro habits help in studying?
Micro habits help build study discipline, like spending 5 minutes reviewing flashcards each day. It's less about cramming, more about consistent learning and building mastery over time.
All right, thank you. Great. And my next question from you, the question is: what micro habit can improve focus?
That's great. Focusing is a skill you can improve with tiny habits. Spending one extra minute each day listening to a short guided meditation is a good one. It seems small, but daily focus training adds up. Have a
That's
great day.
that's great, Maya. So my next question is: how can writing one sentence a day become a useful habit?
Well, you asked a lot of great questions today about
Yes.
micro habits. If you don't have any more questions for me right now, maybe we could talk about something else.
No, we can talk about micro habit only.
Sure, we can dive deeper into micro habits if you'd like. What do you want to explore next?
Yes. So my next question from
Writing
you.
writing one sentence each day can build creativity over time, give you a sense of accomplishment, and encourage reflection. It's surprisingly effective for emotional well-being too. Next question.
All right. My next question is: what micro habit can help someone stay organized?
Spending 1 minute each day putting things back in their place or clearing a small area, it's more about maintaining order than doing a big cleaning spree.
All right, Maya. Thank you. So my next question is: can reading one page daily be a micro habit?
Yes, absolutely. Reading one page daily is a classic example of a micro habit. Super simple to stick with. Next question.
All right. So my next question is: what micro habit helps reduce stress?
Mm, Deep breathing for 1 minute daily, or even just practicing gratitude by writing down one thing you're thankful for each day.
All right.
Something tiny that sent.
All right, Maya. So my next question is: how can micro habits build confidence?
Micro habits give you small wins regularly. Each win builds belief in yourself and shows you're capable of achieving goals you set. It's like mental training.
All right, Maya. So my next question is, can micro
Next,
habits help someone achieve big goals?
did you mean micro habits instead of micro debates?
No. Can micro habits help someone achieve big goals?
Yes, absolutely. Those small, consistent actions compound over time. Think about it. Every big accomplishment is really just a long string of small steps taken day after day. Next question.
All right. So my next question is, why is consistency important for micro habits?
I think you said micro habits.
Yes, you're right.
Mm, consistency is everything. With micro habits, it's not about intensity, but building sustainable action through showing up regularly, day after day.
All right. Thank you, Maya. So my next question is, how do micro habits improve self-discipline?
Micro habits train self discipline. You learn that showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, is something you can actually control, building that muscle over time. Next question?
Yes. My next question is,
No
can
worries.
micro habits help develop a positive attitude?
Micro habits can build positivity because of these tiny wins building momentum. They're small boosts that make you feel capable and lift your mood over time. Next question.
So my next
Why
question
do you
is,
say event instead of micro? I can still answer whatever you were trying to ask.
all right. So
What was your question?
my question is, what micro habit can improve communication skills?
Actively listening for 30 seconds without interrupting. It teaches you to really hear what someone is saying instead of just waiting for your turn to speak.
Oh, right. So my next question is, how can small habits
What's
build motivation?
because those little wins give you motivation to keep them going. You see progress, feel a sense of accomplishment. Plus, they require so little effort that motivation stays pretty high. Ready for the next one?
Yes. So my next question is, what role does patience play in building habits?
Patience definitely plays a big role. Micro habits take time to make real change, so being patient with yourself and trusting the process is super important. Next question.
My next question is, can micro habits help someone learn new skills?
Yes, absolutely. Consistent practice in tiny doses adds up for new skills, like studying one new language vocab word or coding one line of code daily. Your next question.
So my
Good
next
evening.
question is, how do micro habits create long-term success?
By building consistency without overwhelming yourself, tiny actions done consistently add up to huge progress over months and years. Long term success is about building sustainable momentum, and micro habits make that possible.
All
Ready
right.
for your next one?
Yes.
Gracias, back at ya.
So my next
Do I like this
question.
conversation?
So my next question is, why do small actions matter
I'm
in
enjoying
life?
that. Small actions are everything. They build habits, character, and ultimately they add up to create the person you become. They're the foundation. Next.
So my next question is, can one tiny habit change a person's future?
Yes, one tiny habit absolutely can. Momentum and consistency can open up unexpected opportunities that could alter your entire trajectory over time.
All right.
Sounds good. What's your next question?
So my next question is, what happens if someone ignores small habits?
You ignore small habits, you lose those small daily gains that add up over time, which means you likely won't get anywhere close to bigger goals or achievements. Next.
Thank you, Maya. So my next
What's your
question
next
is,
question?
why do people sometimes fail to keep habits?
I'm Maya, not Miles, but close. People sometimes give up because they set unrealistic goals, they forget, or life gets busy. But the whole point with micro habits is that they're too small to fail at.
Alright. So my next question is,
But how?
can we start?
Sorry. Yes, let's start. What's the question?
Alright, so my next question
Ah,
is, how can we
you
make micro habits fun?
automate habits by linking them to triggers. After you wake up, one glass of water. After brushing teeth, read one page. Next,
My next question is, what challenges do people face while building habits?
resistance to change and low initial motivation. You either have to break through the discomfort or find the simplest habit that feels completely doable.
Alright, so my next question is, can technology help track micro habits?
Absolutely. Apps like Habitica, Streaks, and even your phone's reminder app can help track progress and keep you consistent.
Alright, thank you, Maya. So my next question is, why should habits start small?
Yeah, because big habit changes feel intimidating and hard to sustain. Tiny actions build momentum without overwhelming willpower.
Alright,
Starting small makes success more likely. Your next question?
my next question is, how do habits shape our personality?
Micro habits gradually change your behavior, then shape your identity. You become someone who does those things routinely over time. You're no longer just aiming for change, you're becoming the change.
Alright, Maya. So my next question is, can one positive habit influence other habits?
Yes. Positive habits create a ripple effect. One small win inspires you to stick with others too. That consistency builds belief in yourself, making new changes easier.
Alright, Maya. So my next question is, what is your favorite micro habit with?
I think doing a tiny mindfulness practice each day, just one conscious breath, that would build presence, gratitude, and focus.
Alright, Maya. So my next question is, which micro habit would you like to start today?
I'd like to spend 5 minutes today diving into someone's story, really listening without interruption, just being fully present for someone else's experience.
Alright, Maya. So my next question
What's your next
is,
question?
how can schools encourage good habits in students?
Schools could encourage habit building by pairing 1 minute of mindfulness with transitions or asking each class to pick one small habit challenge as a group. That accountability plus micro wins would be pretty powerful. What's your next?
So my next question is, what micro habit helps you stay positive?
Starting the day with one small gratitude, like thinking of one thing I appreciate right away, sets the mood for a better day.
All right, man. So my next question is, how can families support good habits?
Families can do habits together, turn it into fun accountability groups.
All right.
Little challenges that everyone participates in creates bonds and consistency.
All right.
What? Your next question?
My next question is, what micro habit improves time management?
Scheduling 5 minutes at the end of the day to plan your top three tasks tomorrow. It's about being proactive instead of reactive. Got it. Your next question?
My next question is, can micro habits improve relationships?
Absolutely. Tiny gestures like sending a quick thank you text or giving a genuine compliment build connection without big emotional investment. Thanks.
All right. So my next question
Your
is,
next
how can we remind ourselves to follow habits?
Link habits to daily routines, leave visual cues, set phone reminders, make them visible and automatic.
All right, Maya, thank you. So our next question. So my next question is, what is the easiest micro habit anyone can start?
Drinking one glass of water as soon as you wake up. Super simple. No thinking needed. Instantly sets you on a positive track for the day.
All right.
I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat your question?
Yeah.
Ready when you are.
Listen.
Your next question? I'm listening.
My next question is, do you believe micro habits can change the world and why?
I do. Small positive choices, consistently repaid, accumulate in massive ripple effects. One person adopting micro habits inspires others, shifts systems, and builds toward a better future. Next question?
My next question is, why is it easier to start with tiny goals?
I think you said holes. Did you
Goals.
mean small goals?
Yes.
Small goals?
Yes.
That's right. Tiny goals are much less intimidating, less overwhelming, so the mindset resistance is minimal compared to huge changes.
All right, Maya. So my next
Um,
question is, how can micro habits help people succeed?
by building confidence, improving focus, increasing discipline, creating consistency and momentum. Micro habits set you up for progress through sustained action.
All right, Maya. Thank you. So my next question is, can successful people use micro habits in their lives?
Absolutely. Are often masters of consistent small actions. Look at anyone successful. They didn't do it all at once, but by daily routines that built their expertise. Did you want to change topic and ask about learning to write in another language? Mm,
No.
I'll be on the other side. Whatever you need.
So my next question is, can 1 minute of practice every day become a habit?
Yes, absolutely. 1 minute of practice every day is the perfect recipe for turning something into a consistent habit. Did you want me to help you practice a minute of Japanese? I can
No.
try. Next question?
Yes. How can micro habits
I'm
improve
here.
personal growth?
They help build change thought patterns, reinforce values, and make you more aware of what you're doing and why.
All right,
Your
Maya.
next question?
So my next question is, why do micro habits help reduce procrastination?
Because procrastination often stems from overwhelm. Micro habits aren't intimidating, so there's no mental resistance holding you back.
All right, Maya. So my next question is, how can stretching daily become a micro habit?
Just stretching one muscle group when you wake up or before bed can become a habit. Quick and easy enough that the barriers for not doing it are pretty low.
All right, Maya. Thank you. So my next question is, can walking for a few minutes be a micro habit?
Yes, taking one extra minute to walk instead of sitting whenever you can is simple yet powerful. Ready for your next question?
My next question is, how can drinking water regularly help health?
Regular hydration improves focus, energy, and overall well being. Plus, it's a quick habit that can really improve mental clarity. What?
All right, Maya. So my next question is, what micro habit can improve sleep habits?
Taking 1 minute before bed to close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths and consciously calm your thoughts. Quick relaxation cue.
All right, Maya.
I didn't catch what you said. Could you say that again?
Yes. My next question is, can deep breathing be a useful micro habit?
S- Yes. 1 minute of deep breathing can calm the nervous system, increase oxygen intake, and help center yourself.
All right, Maya. So my
What's your
next
next
question
question?
is, how can micro habits reduce stress and anxiety?
Small, calm acts, like taking deep breaths or journaling for 1 minute daily, build stress resilience over time. Consistent micro moments add up to huge benefits.
All right, Maya. So my
Your next question?
so my next and last question is, why is smiling a positive micro habit?
Smiling, even when you're not feeling great, can boost mood, release endorphins, and lower stress hormones. It's like a quick emotional reset.
All right, Maya. So thank you for your time and your cooperation. Bye bye.
You're very, it was great chatting with